Good morning. My name is Marvin Muldrew. I'm here representing CW Capital Asset Management. CW Capital Asset Management is a special servicing arm of CW Capital. Our team uses very proactive methods in mitigating loss and maximizing investors' interests. And we currently asset manage about $11 billion worth of assets across the nation. That's $11 billion worth of assets that are underperforming for a myriad of different reasons. Some of those reasons are the fact that the poor management, employment issues, and the fact that some of the terms on the notes are coming due and their owners are not able to secure refinancing. So as an asset manager, our job at CW is to effectively, protect investors.
Backdoor deals and corporate interests should not come over and above the interests of the people. You are here to serve the people, not corporate interests, especially when we're talking about corporate interests that have failed.
Hugo Chavez, Kim Jong-il, Mahmoud Ahmadinejad. What do these men have in common? None of them are trying to take away my First Amendment rights. No, that dubious distinction belongs to Rick Baker, CW Capital, and anyone who votes for their proposal. We're told that the men previously shown supposedly don't believe in democracy. But where's our democracy? Baywalk's owners are coercing the city. They say, give us a sidewalk or you won't get your possible up to $6 million infusion. In tough economic times, the city can create social divisions or it can encourage diversity and a welcoming atmosphere. Thank you very much.
I'm Dwight Lawton, and I'm with an organization called Veterans for Peace. We who have served our country need to have access to the public through public forums. Thomas Jefferson, the author of the Declaration of Independence, once observed, quote, "When the people fear their government, there is tyranny. When the government fears the people, there is liberty." Therefore, if you vote today to privatize the sidewalk at Baywalk, you will be stifling a symbol of our democratic society.
To Mayor Baker, City Council, few observations. While the real issue here is the city's ham-handed attempt to once again vitiate the rights of the citizens to freely avail themselves of their rights under the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, I leave it to others, regrettably, to press that case today. Rather, allow me to address you on the crass level of business. To be clear, Baywalk per se is not a failure. The paradigm of inequality that spawned 1 million Baywalks is. The folks you are counting on to restore save Baywalk are broke. Some know it. The out-of-town snake oil developers who count on you to minimize their losses, even as they walk away with whatever profits are to be had. The store owners for whom credit has become as rare as reality-based government. The most progressive and humane thing the city could do is to reinvent Baywalk as a thriving community center. Give the farmers market a permanent home, put together some creative rental leasing agreements that encourage community coalitions, storefront sharing and the like, put on people's fairs once a month, lots of balloons, dancing, pet shows. Something like this may be the best deal you're going to get for some time to come. Realtors, restore community to St. Pete and stop kowtowing to everyone with a bag of gold and out-of-town headquarters.
Thank you. Next speaker. Okay, please, we're not going to start applauding.
John Wolf, didn't you say that the courts upheld that this was not a breach of the First Amendment in a vacation?
In a similar case in Salt Lake City, it has been upheld as not violating the Constitution to turn something that was previously an open public forum area to a private space. Yes.
Thank you. Let's show that you're behind small business. This is not corporations. These are small businesses, your friends and neighbors. Let's show that we're behind them and every citizen of St. Petersburg. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker.
Thomas Henkin. I'm Vice President, Director of Design for API. Vibrant earth tones have been selected to enliven Baywalk's character and help define the project as one of the premier destinations within St. Petersburg. We are working in tandem with no, just tandem.
Safely working together.
It's a good precaution.
Good morning. My name is Colin Fisk. Baywalk was created with public dollars and other public backing in the model of a public square. Indeed, it was clearly intended to serve many of the functions of a public square as a lively gathering place in a central location. The problem is that Baywalk is privately owned and operated, and the interest of its owners is to draw people together for profit, not for public engagement. However, the combination of Baywalk's initial success at drawing crowds and its potent symbolism of the tensions between public and private interests made it a natural target for many politically engaged citizens and organizations, and so came the protests. To be frank, I think the protests are the best thing Baywalk did for this city. In trying to create a faux public space in the interests of private gain, Baywalk inadvertently established a true public space on the sidewalk outside. This proposed vacation is the most blatant attempt to date to eliminate that space, to ensure that the messy world of political free speech doesn't continue to mar this manicured private profit opportunity.
Good morning. My name is Glenn Caton. I'm an attorney with the American Civil Liberties Union of Florida. We are the largest civil liberties organization in the state, and we oppose the proposal that's before the City Council today. We oppose it because it seeks to eliminate free speech, assembly rights that are central to our democracy. The ability to hold up signs, to speak, to assemble, to pass out leaflets to passersby. Those are the values, and I'm not overstating this point. These are the values that people fight and die for, and today people are fighting and dying for to preserve these democratic I've been litigating in federal court for 17 years. It's my honest opinion that this will not work. We're litigating a similar issue in another part of the state. Mr. Wolf refers to this one case in the 10th Circuit. I'm not sure which case he's talking about. If he's talking about the case I cited in my letter, which was the First Unitarian Church versus Salt Lake City, the holding of that case, what the court decided was that they could not squelch the easement rights of the people to use that right. You call it private or you call it public, these First Amendment rights are attached to it for good. If we challenge it, we will win. And I'll tell you what, don't even trust me on that. Just worry about the attorney's fees that the city will incur.
Thank you. Next speaker.
City Council members, I think you are supposed to stand up for the Constitution instead of squashing it and saying it was a safety hazard. It's the other way around. I have been threatened, violated, and humiliated, and so has other protesters. Things thrown at us, hot and cold, and I'm an American Indian. I think you guys took our land, and now you want to squash our freedom? No, I'm not going to stand for it.